Contract law. The cornerstone of most businesses. Having good contracts can help ensure smooth operations. Can vary greatly from country to country. What is valid in one may not be enforceable in another. 3. Thing all contracts must contain in order to be exist. 1. Consent. Free consent. Contractual capacity. 2. Object. What is the main product or service provided? Must be lawful and feasible. 3. Consideration. What is given in exchange for the object? Must be lawful and feasible. Other essentials depending on type of contract and jurisdiction. Legal formalities may be imposed. X. Mortgage, notary public, PO, limits, written, etc. 3. Thing that must happen for any contracts to be created. 1. Contract. Consent. Object. Good or service provided. Consideration, given in exchange, usually money. 2. Offer clear intention to create legal relationship. Definite terms, of all necessary terms, must be communicated. 3. Acceptance of an offer. Must be communicated. Must be absolute and unqualified. Must be preceded by an offer. Consent must be given freely, without coercion or undue influence. Coercion. Consent must be given freely, without coercion or undue influence. Undue influence. 1. Consent is obtained by committing or threatening to commit any act against a person or property to cause the contract to be signed. 2. It involves the use of physical or violent forces. 3. It is prohibited in the local penal code. 4. It may proceed from a stranger to the contract. Undue influence. 1. Consent is obtained by the dominant will of another and use that position to obtain an unfair advantage over the other. 2. It involves the use of moral or mental forces. 3. There is no criminal liability in this case. 4. There must be certain relationship between the parties to the contract. Consent must be given freely, without coercion or undue influence. Coercion. Example. A threatens B to marry him, or else he will kill her whole family. In this situation, the consent of B is not free, i.e., coercion influences it. Undue influence. Example. A teacher forces his student to sell his brand new watch in a very nominal price to get good grades in the examination. In this situation, the consent of the student is affected by the undue influence. Key differences between coercion, undue influence. The difference between coercion and undue influence. Coercion example. John points a gun at Mike and says, "Sign this contract transferring your property to me, or I'll shoot you." Mike signs the contract out of fear. This is coercion. John uses a direct threat of physical harm to force Mike's consent. Undue influence example. An elderly woman, Mrs. Taylor, relies heavily on her caretaker, Susan, for daily needs. Susan tells her, "You should transfer your house to me. I've taken care of you for years, and you wouldn't want to upset me, right, Mrs.?" Taylor signs the property transfer.